really, really Long Island iced tea.
A Long Island iced tea is not with rum, is it? Isn't it with?
No, but that's a Long Island iced tea. It goes. If Long Island was longer, that would be the one you're drinking right now.
The one. Get the volume out of you. Okay, so Steve, you did it the way it's supposed to be done then.
Yes, it's only 4 bars long. It's the halftime. You're gonna hear it because already on Battle Lab. There's 2 versions. Cool. One version is all of us together, so you can hear how it sounds together as a band, and then only the drums. The bass drum is a little loud, but when Paul puts the bass to it, you won't hear it anymore.
Okay. See, now
I just listened to it, by the way. I just listened to it a few minutes ago.
Oh, you listened to it?
Yeah.
You heard the little changes?
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay, so Paul, what happened this week is I popped in on Steve and we had a band lab cakewalk tutorial going.
Nice. How did that go?
Wait
a second. I should ask Steve, how did he think it went?
I think it went okay. I think it's all there. Except I had to cancel out track number 4 because track number 4 got tilted a little bit and created a double time on the bass drum, so I had to mute it when I sent it. So it's okay. Right. It's all good. The overhead mic picked up everything, so it's all good. You still hear the toms. Everything's good.
Well, Paul, our big issue with Steve mixing it together, and then we couldn't do anything with it. That's why I went.
Right. Yeah.
What I discovered was that Steve was, for sake of ease of use and space, all his demos are one track. They weren't separate projects.
No, I told you why the other night, Hans. I thought we were just jamming. You wanted to hear what we were doing together. Then I said, okay, just wants Mike so that he can track over it. Okay, it's all done now. You got it. You got 2 versions, like I said. You've got the full, and you got the drums only.
Okay, because like now, with what you've done, Paul can literally go in, cut it, and we can insert something else in it. Before we couldn't do that.
He can slap at the bass now.
No, we can. I want to add 4 measures, or we want to change. We want to do something. Now we can access it and change it and re-record our parts to go with it. You know what I mean? Right. Like we did with Lady in the Den, taking out those 4 bars. Anyway, don't worry about it.
It's a process.
It's a process, exactly. It's pre-production, my friends. As Paul
Can I tell you something about those tracks, Steve? Your drums, forget the production and piecing and splitting all that. Just the sound of your drums. Like, if I'm UNs, I'm excited about taking that snare. It's a big marble piece of fucking rock and chisel. It's like, all the cake is there, ready to just put the icing. And you can hear stuff. It sounds like the wood that you worked your ass off to shape and mold, and it sounds like you're there, and things are loud, and that's fucking great. You need that, so you can.
It's there. Everything's there. Toms are well heard. They're giving tone, but not too much tone.
Yeah.
That fake faux tone that comes from like a metal, lugs and rims that just shake out too much, and I controlled that. I had control that. I had to do it because it was like, okay, either spend $1,200 on wooden hoops or find some tone control. Tone control is only $30, so that's cha-ching.
You nailed it. It's great. I remember the first time you posted tracks from recording, whether it was Ableton or whatever, on Ableton.
On Ableton, big time. After what I sent Enzo the other day.
What was the German name? You had a German name. What the fuck?
The other night, Paul, on Thursday, when Enzo came over, was it Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday.
Or Tuesday? Wednesday. So whatever, he's going through the tutorial with me, this and that, whatever. It was like, cool, I got it, I'm gonna do it. So he leaves. I go back upstairs, and they said, you know what? I bought this keyboard, and it didn't work with Ableton at all. It was catching the levels were going up, but there was no sound coming on my speakers. I'm going, what's going on here? Let me try this with Cakewalk. So I open up a MIDI track. I go just a MIDI track. It's plugged in right into the USB. I put the MIDI track and like ding, 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 ding. I'm playing. I'm like, I can't believe it. What message did I send you, Ans, about Ableton fucking crap suck shit big time? Because the fucking keyboard works. It just works. It wasn't working in Ableton. I saw the thing go up and down on the oscillator, but there was no sound coming out of my speakers. But Cakewalk, because it's a freaking cakewalk of all things, I just went there, put the MIDI track, channel 1. Put on channel 1, I plug it into channel 1, and boom, there I am playing keyboards. I'm like, okay. So guys, get prepared to send me your notes, because I got a little feature in there too that tells me what notes I'm playing, so I know where to put them and everything.
Oh, cool. Hey, that's nice.
Yeah.
A match.
Yeah, I was having some fun with it. It was cool.
So Ableton is gone. It's deleted.
Ableton is in my external hard drive where all the trash goes.
Just wipe it.
Good.
Just fucking wipe it. That's the big difference, Paul, with my Cakewalk and yours is the plugins. I think I noticed when Steve opened it, it's 25 plugins. 26. I got
it
7.
How many do you have?
I got
How
7.
many do you have, Vince?
Where all the trash goes.
Just wipe it.
Sorry. Feedback loop.
How many do you have?
How many plugins have you got in your version? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
70.
70. Fuck.
Please answer me this one question. Somewhere in the 70, is there a lexicon somewhere in there?
You think I checked them all? Are you fucking insane?
Check it. Check to see if you have lexicon. Because if you have lexicon, my friend, that's a different reverb altogether.
Yeah. I remember I had a hack CD of all the plugins VST, when I used to use Cubase 10 years ago. And there was some great, every Waves plugin at circa 1999. Every single fucking hack that you can imagine. I must have had 400 plugins, and some of them are pretty kick-ass. I mean, multi-band compressors, there's a lot of them, but, when you get a good one that really works, you're like, oh, God. It's like you have to go to school just to figure out how to use one plugin,
Exactly.
Crazy.
If memory serves me,
it's like the instrument you choose.
What?
It's kind of like the instrument you choose. Like you choose this instrument because it has a certain sound. Same way as you go into plugins and you go, that's the one I want to work with. And if you're going to work with it, chances are your results are going to be pretty good. But if you think everything else sucks, it does suck.
But then some joker will come along. I mean, some mastering engineer from California that he uses this plugin because it's okay. Well, that's his thing. It gives him his own sound, and there's tape emulators. There's all kinds of amp simulators and shit. Crazy. Just compressors alone. There's got to be 1,000 different compressors out there. They all do something a little tiny bit different. And when you find, it's like you said, Enz, it's like you Steve. Sorry. If you find your guitar, your sound, or your drum because it's got your sound, it's personal. It's like it's your own skin. No one else can tell you it's not your sound, right?
That also depends on what you're doing and whatever. Like, look, that video I posted where I said I wasted an hour playing with one amp to realize I need the other amp to get,
Yeah.
It just wasn't. God damn it!
Do you think you're going to be going back and forth from one amp to the other? Do you think, or do you
definitely, Steve?
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Steve, let me answer for Enz. If he had 75 amps, there would be 75 different songs with each a different sound, and then it's time to double up.
And then change guitar.
Yeah, there you go. On top of that,
everyone has
change underwear, change guitar, change pick.
Steve, it's so easy. Like.
In phase, out of phase.
Exactly. I'll give you an example. Most of the lead sounds you've been hearing on the crap that I do is the twin. Believe it or not.
That's the twin you had repaired. You bought this twin and you had it repaired? You bought the twin and you had this repaired? This twin that you bought?
No, the twin, I bought it brand new. 15 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, when it came out, second edition, when it came out.
That's a real twin tube amp that you have there.
No.
Explain, please.
Explain.
I need to know.
You need to know, eh?
Here you go. You're gonna get the tutorial, madam.
No, ironically, I think I had I still have the fucking manual in here somewhere. Anyway, it's called the Cyber Twin, Steve.
Yeah, the Cyber Twin that I know about. But did you buy this old Fender Twin or something like that?
No. I have the Cyber Twin sitting on top. That's the one
And
that
the Sun.
Yeah, and the Sun. That's it.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe I saw it in a dream or something like that.
No,
But
no.
the Cyber Twin I know about. I know about the Cyber Twin.
The Cyber Twin is my fucking creative juice, right? Oh,
Yeah.
Here, look at this.
The artiste.
Sun, it's sitting there in reserve, waiting to get cranked. You know, but certain sounds like "Got to Move On" is the Sun with the single coil Strat for rhythm. It has that boom, you know, the gain down at 2 and the volume up at 4, and it's just like
I can imagine that. The Sun.
the hard rock songs, the Les Paul with the volume just trimmed back to about 7.5, 8, with the gain up at 5 on the Sun. It's channeling Heartbreaker from 1970, 71, whatever it is. The red stripe, the leads, the weird fucking sound. There's a palette. I have an Excel sheet with everything I've imagined.
I bet. It's not crazy, man. You have to, because the sounds that you can come up with just with one amp and one guitar.
Yeah.
If you've got a versatile guitar, which you've got multiple, you can go fucking bananas, man. It's just crazy.
And
crazy.
Surprisingly, I'm pleasantly surprised by the Les Paul that it's not just a one-trick pony, and it has other little tricks, like little things in it. But the red Strat, God Almighty, I got to change the strings again because I've worn them out.
What gauge do you play anyway?
That's a nice guitar to work with in the studio for sure. Besides the Tully.
I've gone up and down, Paul, but I've been locked in at 10s for the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
I went to 11s for the other Strat to give it a harder edge because I was debating on trying to start playing slide. I said, fuck it, I'm too old to learn another discipline. And for the ones I have, so.
And have you ever sat down with a Strat and thought, not a Strat, a Tully? Have you ever sat down with a Tully and thought, I want to buy this?
Yes, of course. It's on the fucking list.
Okay, good. I can wipe that sweat off my head.
I played a $16,000 Telly.
Nice.
Those things, man. Those are machines.
And after he played it, it became worth $17,000.
You just up the value on that one.
There's so many variations of the Tellys, eh?
Forget about it. There's all kinds, man.
No, but
with the Gibson pickups, with the regular pickups, everything, there's like, I don't know, like 10, 20, 30 fucking variations of that guitar.
There's because I like the sound of a Telly. Jim hates them, but I love the Telly. It's a totally different beast compared to a Strat.
Yeah. Guys, I have way too many years have gone by where I haven't been able to enjoy the sound of an authentic setup. Once when I plugged in my Strat to I have a 76 Fender Super Reverb, whatever.
Yeah, I know. You have a...
And it's just the power tubes are crap, but the one when I bought it and it was working and it didn't hum too much and I plugged in and I got a sound, channeling Doobie Brothers or Eagles, there were 2 or 3 sounds like, this is China Grove. This is exactly China Grove. And my guitar sucks. I mean, it's a Strat. It's fucking plywood Strat.
Actually, Paul, you have to check what year that is, because if it's a Japanese Strat...
No, the Strat that I got, it's a piece of shit. It says Strat, but it's not. No, it's
doesn't matter.
Nothing.
Yeah, but isn't that one made in... you're talking about the black one, right? It's made in Japan, isn't it? It's a Japanese Strat.
If it's a Japanese Strat, Paul, it's better than a Squire, and it's better than a lot of the new ones today.
Do some research, Paul. Find out. Because I've always thought, because I've seen that guitar, and I know they are Japanese models. But just check it out. See if it says made in Japan somewhere. How old is that guitar anyway?
Fucking shit. That's my oldest guitar. One of the oldest electrics that I've got. You know what? I have one older. It's a Hondo. This is all cheap shit we're talking
Another
about, right?
Japanese guitar.
That's a Japanese ripoff, but it actually has this crazy, ballsy, grungy, dirty blues sound. But it's like all my shit. The electronics are fucked, and everything needs to be redone. And now that we're doing this, it's going to be repair your guitar season. You know, like eventually I'll have all of that stuff redone. But it's going to be great because the Hondo and the Strat. It's not. I don't have a Fender and a Gibson, but that's the closest that I can get now when they're buying anything. And the Hondo, fuck, it's crazy. It's got some balls. And when I plug that into my Fender, my amp, when it's fixed, that's going to be a sound. Watch out, because I'll have some versatility. I got the 5-way split on the Strat, and I always stick to the out of phase, the second position, because I like that feel. But when I don't feel like I'm worthy of going to 2 and 4, but I don't feel worthy of going to 5 with the full open range. I sort of reserve that for Jim or Ends, But I'll get there. And my favorite bass of all time. Can anyone guess? Anyone have Enzo? I'm counting on you here. What's my favorite bass of all time? Anyone know?
Ken Smith.
Yeah, boy.
I remember, man. I fucking remember.
I remembered it was
on you, buddy.
Ken Smith.
Right on, bro. High five.
I remember the name, but I remembered it was something like that. Yeah.
Ken Smith.
Ken Burns.
Wait.
Burns or
right?
I was thinking Burns or something like that.
I remember.
One day I will own a Ken Smith or 5, depending on how many lottery tickets I win.
But, aren't we all playing that?
But to tell you aside, Steve, what recently has been churning in my head is getting a 12-string Taylor, which, I played one, so.
I'm not saying anything, Ends. Why would I say anything?
You had to go and play the fucking thing,
I have
right?
No.
Wait.
You teased yourself.
When I bought the 6-string, I sat there playing 12 for an hour.
Of course.
And you know how much I love the sound of 12-string.
Yeah, no, because mine, I bitch with mine. No, I love it, but so anyway, we'll see.
Yeah.
One thing at a time.
Let me exactly.
I think we have more than enough equipment to do what we got to do.
Well, let's just put it this way. You're talking about equipment. Can I talk about songs for a sec?
Yes.
No great detail here, but
absolutely.
Let's just have some fun talking about songs. Now, as you know, I've stepped away from social media for a couple of months, and this last week I started to jump back in, and social media horror is back. But it's a process. So I reserve the right to lean on you guys when it comes to all things Soulmasons social media, because for my other channels, it's me solo. And thank goodness for Chef Boyardee, I've got you guys to fill in the gap when it comes to the Soulmason. So I'm not very present in the Soulmason zone yet, because I told myself, like, fuck, if I'm gonna get back in, I'm not gonna ignore all my other work that I've been on for so long and just do Soulmasons. Because you know what? If I'm gonna get back in, I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna go back to work, man. And I've been working, as you can see. It's good to be back, but it's also just getting that routine. It's like running. You got to start with a mile before you can go 50. And so, thank you for posting your stuff, Enzo. The weekly song appreciation thing is fucking amazing. That's going to go somewhere. You already got some good views on that video. The latest one with the that is fucking hilarious. And you altered the original, which I remember the original.
Yes.
You changed it, so good on you. You're right in the zone. I think Steve and I and Jim are going to start following up with our own kind of content, and we'll experiment. Let's fuck up a few times so that we can come up with the right mix.
You wrote down the idea. You forgot it.
What? Sorry, me or Steve?
You, yeah. You
wrote down my idea.
Yes, right? From last week. You forgot it, huh? Your thing was supposed to be Netflix shows.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Thank you for writing it down and for being my conscience and memory. The thing I like about this is that it's supposed to be whatever just comes naturally, right? So when you're driving in your truck and you're like, da-da-da, and fucking Axl Rose or whatever you want, you say whatever comes to mind and play whatever comes to mind.
You want to laugh? The last one I did, the preview for next week there,
right?
Where I'm singing along with Whitesnake.
Yeah.
Facebook hit me with right. You don't have the right to use this song. Fuck you, I'm using it. Yeah, Facebook, man, they recognize the song.
Oh, you got a little message? Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, really? I'm in shock. Oh.
So, what happens? Do you get like a copyright strike or something? Or
it didn't say. It told me, do you have the rights to use this song? Should you be using this? You know, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm using it.
But it didn't take down your video.
No, it took away the audio, and then it said, "Do you want to replace the audio again? Do you want to put back the audio?" Yeah, put it back.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
So you put back the same audio?
Yeah.
With the song?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I know. You know, it's funny. It's been viewed like 70 times. I'm waiting for another email saying, "That's it."
Well, I know with YouTube, okay, I don't know how it works with Facebook yet because, I mean, I've read a lot about the YouTube laws or rules or whatever. And so if I use, I use a Led Zeppelin song as my background track, and my video will get a copyright strike on it if I'm trying to monetize. Right. Because I'm making money off of somebody else's work, in part or in whole, whatever. So it puts a dock on my channel, but the big story is that all that happens really is that I'm not allowed to make money off the video. I can post whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
But there's no monetization. If my video gets 1 million hits, all the money is going to the owner of the different copyrights that I've used. A Led Zeppelin song, a clip of a movie, footage from a fucking hockey game, whatever. So I don't get any money. My video stays up. But the money goes elsewhere. And so, for instance, with the covers, if I do it like we do a cover, right, like we did, but YouTube doesn't recognize it, like you had originally pointed out, how to beat the copyright. I remember that little tutorial.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are doing that. They do their own version. It's not recognized because it's not the same algorithm to recognize the song. So is there a way around that? Could you slow down one of your songs that you're, it's work. You're in the truck, just play it,
Exactly.
The only thing that can happen is that if they're not going to ban you. It's just that my understanding is it only has to do with money. If there's any money coming in from a video, which requires thousands of views to even think about having money, it's not our problem yet. That's how it works. So I don't think it'll be an issue. But keep me posted. I'd like to know what messages you get.
I'll try it again when I eventually get around to a Beatles song. God knows that's going to be the fucking holy grail of shit that.
Right.
We'll see. But I know I'm pretty sure I can get away with it. Lower the volume, blah 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 blah. Bring it back in for a bit, and probably that's it. Time that it's there. I'm not worried.
I mean, it's just a computer equation. When you look at the digital signal, I mean, when you convert something to MP3, it's a little. It's like a signature. That's what they're looking for, and they've got 1 billion signatures to identify. Segment from a movie. The third scene of Karate Kid is a little signature that is recognized. And if you use it,
Paul, it has to be the choruses. It has to latch onto the choruses.
Any part. If it recognizes any part for more than, like you say, 10, 15 seconds, it'll ding, ding, ding. Here's a copyright problem.
So I have a moral dilemma.
Uh-oh.
My moral dilemma. This week I didn't track What the Jesus is that? He's pulling out the fucking...
The guillotine.
Where'd he go?
I'm here.
He's there. He's
You're in
going
the
to
dock.
appear.
The dock here.
Super Steve.
So,
I was downstairs, now I'm upstairs. Cheers.
cheers.
Cheers, amigo.
Molson Dry. Holy shit, there's a shot back. So, yeah, my
Your moral dilemma.
It takes me to go track something. I need like 2-3 hours, right? And right now, this week, with him going back to school and all that, and by the way, that went pretty well. He bit somebody.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, he bit
What about that?
She had to go for a tetanus shot, but everything went well. 2.5 days, it went well though. So Tuesday's gonna be the big day, full day.
Cool, man.
But it went well. So
That's huge.
yeah.
Who's his teacher now?
She's not even in this because they have 2 campuses now, Steve. So the person you know is not even in that building.
Okay. Oh, she's retiring in a couple of years, so.
Okay.
From what I remember, what she told me.
So because to record, I can't have the 2 of them running around. They just make too much fucking noise. So I never go record the way I want. But I have a solution for that in the future. For working on stuff, this week I worked on shitloads. I've been working on, well, I showed you the 1-finger chord. Yeah. There's 2.
Let me interject. Watch. I know what you've been working on, buddy. Watch this, amigo. Sorry, you keep on going. I'll get to you in a second.
Okay, so I worked on the 1-finger chord. I worked a little bit on Love in Your Eyes. I've worked on a hybrid amalgamation of From a Stone, our original one, and your acoustic one. I've been busting my ass on that. I've worked on Paul's Lament. I've worked on 2 old ones of mine and 2 hard rock ones. So and the way I work is, 5 minutes. I get 5 minutes, and okay. So I've been doing stuff, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to go bandland them because I don't want to inundate it. Because I have my moral dilemma is this. I'm tied to the old stuff in the frame of mind that we should do that first before we do the new ones. We should do that first before we do the new ones. Oh, Christ. But now I'm starting to feel like, and I want you guys to put me on the right road and say, no.
I'll never tell you no. I'll always say yes.
No, but I mean, I'm still thinking along, we should do those 10, 12 songs first before we do the other ones. We should do those 10. That's always in my head. Don't fucking post anything new. Don't,
Well, I don't know if I have an answer to that, but I'll tell you what I was going to say earlier. The stuff that's on our green room page. If I haven't been posting on social media and doing stuff to be active, at least I've been working on the back catalog and the new catalog. Mm-hmm. Working meaning just putting them in a place that's logic for me. So what I do, for instance, Steve, when you sent me those lyrics by email, right? I basically take them, I put them on the Soulmasons Google Docs. Okay, there's a Soulmasons Google Drive, which you guys are going to have access to because right now it doesn't matter, but trust me, it's there and that's our archive. And all the lyrics are going there. All of the stuff from Guitar Case Stories Ends, it's there. Version 2 of everything is also there. So it's the original intact and version 2 of, Love in Your Eyes and all that stuff, Bridges. And the song that you sent me, Steve, it's there with a name or whatever. If it doesn't have lyrics, then it's not there yet. But I went to the Facebook Green Room, and Enzo, I looked at every single video over again to make sure. Oh, there's a new one. I didn't get that one. And I finally went into your emails from 16 years ago. You sent me Mind Done. 5 songs. Oh, another Mind Done. 3 songs. Lyrics that you'd sent.
Oh, lyrics. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
And so we have, as of tonight, and I forgot of a couple that you just mentioned, we have more new stuff than old stuff.
I know.
But
Yeah.
I'm not talking just ideas like Jim's D, open D, whatever. No, songs. Like songs that could be in production tomorrow if we decided that that was our priority. So the only difference that I can see, I'm getting to the answer, Ems, is that we have more new shit than we have old shit now. This has never happened to us before. And the only difference between an old song and a new song in the framework of what are we supposed to do tomorrow, it's because there's this 30-year gap. And you feel sort of, well, I miss that old thing. We should, well, even when we take old stuff, as we all know now, it ain't old anymore.
No.
So Bridges is a brand new fucking song. Love in Your Eyes, a brand new fucking song. It's not old. It just became part of the new pile. And so, and I'm not talking about version 2 in my new list outweighing how many old songs. I'm talking like just the new stuff, not remakes. Old stuff is whatever, 12? How many? 13?
12.
The new stuff is bigger. There's more. So, and then you add version 2 of the old stuff, well, it even gets bigger. It's even worse. Every single old song that we take is going to be a new version of the song. I think it's just, to me, when I look at the list of the powerful repertoire, I just feel like, well, what am I most excited about today? Nothing. I'm going to write a new one. Like, it doesn't really matter. It's whatever turns you on. What gives you
pretty much.
Like, you chose Autumn Sun, Steve, when you went to the studio the other day. You could have chosen from 20 songs, man. You got the drums working. You fucking built it. You got the sound.
No, I was just like, it was a Sunday morning, and I was like listening to that, and I go, I want to put a beat to that. And I did. And I sent it. They said, whatever. I sliced right through it, and that's a good song. There's, it's not perfect yet. Enzo has something to work with now. He's got a beat that goes all the way in time to the end, and he's got something to work with. You have something to work with it. So that's what I did, because I said, this song here, the idea element that he put to it, he says, kind of like Tangerine, kind of like this. When we talked about that last Sunday, and I said, yeah, for sure. And I had just done it, and we were talking about it briefly. I said, yeah, all these elements and everything. I want to hear your take, Enzo's take again, and on the drums. And then I'm going to listen to that, and I'm going to go, okay, they did something different here. I'm going to bring you back another drum track and retrack it. So we're kind of like jamming online, really, because you know what? Now that we do this, I really hate the idea of jamming like 3 times a week kind of thing. I really hate that concept, because what it is, I have the peace and tranquility and the unnerving of listening, and it's like, okay, I'll put this to it. And when I'm working by myself, that's when I work best. I work best by myself. But when everything is done, I could work collectively with you guys on the stage and do all these songs and everything. But I need to be by myself. I need to be on my own. I need to have my coffee in the morning and my donut or something.
Oh, buddy, we're all the same. For that,
I don't play well with others either.
No. On my resume, I don't work with well with others. You're hired.
Yeah. I bought the T-shirt.
You're trying to be creative. You're trying to be creative, and when you have the 300-pound monkey trying to tune a strat in the fucking corner, you want to stick a drumstick up his ass. When the other one is fucking playing Fruit Loops on his fucking guitar. No, of course not. So it's like, do your shit at home. Figure it out.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's the time. That's the gift of time.
There is, like we discussed last week, there is like the date, November or whatever it is, that we're gonna get together and hash stuff out. I agree with that totally, because that's where wait a second, guys, this does sound goofy.
That's gonna be fun.
But
that is, because this biannual meeting that we're gonna have, is a recap of everything we've been working on, and we're gonna get to just like test it live off the floor in a studio, whether it's my place or whether Paul has a place, whatever. I don't care where it is, but it's like we'll be able to sound it out and go, just like it is in the studio, it's gonna sound great because we listen to it. Like right now, for the last 2-3 weeks, I've been obsessed over Love in Your Eyes to the point where I learned it so well that, by the way, the take that you're going to hear was done in one take.
Cool.
Ignore the first version because it's like something happened with track number 4. Do the one where it says V3 correct drums because I had to eliminate that. That's a drum track for you guys to guide on.
I didn't listen to that. I listened to the full band version, but I know the one you mean. I sent you the full.
Yeah, I sent you the full so you can hear what it sounds like. And then I got that little halftime part and a little nuances, everything, because we're in post-production right now. So what you heard not quite, but pre-production. No, we're sorry, pre-production. Sorry, pre-production, not in post-production. Where are we? No, that's my mistake, guys.
It ain't beta yet, buddy. It
ain't beta. I'm sorry. That's the beer talk. Beta.
That's a good one.
Pre-production. So we're in pre-production, right? So
we just tore Steve a new asshole there. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. We just got a little anxious about your.
Don't do that. Scrap that idea right now. We're not in post. We're in pre. Exactly. So far away from post, by the way. But anyway, going back to what I was saying.
We could be in post on 2 songs like at the end of the week. Really want to.
Yeah, we could. That's up to you if you want to do that. We could do it.
Yeah, we're not far away. It's just, I mean, look. Hey, okay, Enzo and I probably suffer from this more than anybody else. The fear of releasing it. It's not ready. And we've come a long way, I think, both of us, right, Enz, to say, okay, I'll let it go. It's going to be fine. But we're not there yet.
No, we're not there yet. No.
It's ironic that you said that because I was actually thinking about that not this week there when I was working on one of them. I'm like, I've come to that point where there's no such thing as perfection. And the minute I release it, I'm going to fucking hate it. I'm going to want to change it. Shit.
It's like every good song that I've ever listened to from the 70s or 80s that I love, and I think, wow, they must hate this version. They must want to re-release it.
You know, like, and the whole reason we went back after Guitar Case Stories is that. So we're getting our second chance there. But even that.
Pretty much.
Even that. Here's a fuck.
But every song in Guitar Case Stories is getting such an incredible second life from all of the shit that we're adding to it. We're all much better, I think, human beings, just in general, from all the shit that we've been through over 3 decades. And I mean, there's experience there. It might not be better talent. It's just really better experience. So the interpretation of every little thing is so different. And it's like, this makes sense. This sounds right. You know, like I feel it in everything that I hear. The drums, all the stuff that you're doing, your tasty chords, and for me, whatever I can bring to the bass and the vocal, it's fucking miles ahead of anything that we did before. And it's good. The songs were fucking good. They were always
for good. For me, I'm laying back.
Interpreted by old men.
I'm laying back and I'm listening to, like, you know, we're on the way to completing Love in Your Eyes, and I'm hearing so many things, and it influences my playing every time. Guys, I gotta tell you, I'm having the fucking time of my life tracking for the first time ever, because tracking has been hell for me. Because I've been in situations where I wasn't by myself to settle everything. But now, I sit down and I'm like, I'm just having a fucking blast. And I'm going like all the way to the end of the song to the certain kind of perfection, which is like ending a song with the and whatever, and doing that stuff. I said, like, okay, so I talked to Enzo on Thursday or Wednesday, and he said to me, there's this little part where you got to go. I know it's there. I just have to figure it out. That's all. So I figured it out tonight. Paul, you've already heard it, and you're going to hear it when you have a chance. And here where I do it. It's only 4 bars, but it's done. And I can't help myself but go back to the 4/4 because of the tremolo. The tremolo forces me to go back to the 4/4, and that's perfect.
There's
It's
no
the,
tremolo at the end.
no, not at the end. Right after the middle
guitar
part,
solo?
and we build up to those two parts there where I have to go halftime.
Okay, yeah, that's just clean electric.
So when I come back, I come back to 4/4. I'm only doing 4. I think it's 4 bars, but it comes so natural to me, where I'm saying, okay, the first I was working on the first take. It's like, okay, just stop right here. I said, go back, delete everything, come back, record again. It's like the song came back to me from A to Z, because what I did was I recorded from that point where we go the middle part, where we just like go that that middle part. And I said, you know what? Scrap everything. Redo the second part where I go the part where I hit the cymbals too to indicate we're going for a change.
Okay.
And do it again, because the first one sounded good, the second one sounded off time. So I got an opportunity to restart the song from A to Z. I did it first time just to listen to the change. I didn't record, I just played along with it. And I said, okay, I know what to do. So I do the first take. It came out good, but I said, there's a couple of nuances I'm missing, and I want to change. Second take, I got it. I got everything. So
I'll go listen to it. I'll try and use it as a new background for. I'll try and redo my guitar over it.
You can do it, and because it's done.
No, because there was the other idea of a tempo change, or an actual tempo.
Which I did.
No, you didn't do a tempo change.
No, a halftime on the tempo change.
Yeah, not a tempo change. I literally.
No, you don't want to do a tempo change on that, man. You just want to go halftime on it. That's all. Like the old song. The old song is the same thing.
Are you still talking about Love in Your Eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about.
So I saw your video about the tempo change ends.
Yeah.
You're talking about the Facebook video you posted ends with the outro that has a 120 to 100, yeah?
Yeah, but
I love it.
I'm off.
Listen, you can guess the beats from here. But so Steve, hear me out, man. The thing that I saw Enzo doing on this green room video, it's not gonna happen with a tempo track. It's not gonna happen with a switch of beats per minute in a DAW. It needs to happen live off the floor for the outro, because I think that absolutely it's got to slow down at that point that you're talking about, ends, but it needs to slow down like with us in control of how fast it slows down. And Steve, when you jam it with us, I know you're gonna fucking love it. You're gonna take control of how it speeds fast.
I haven't, but in reverse.
It's gonna sound fucking great. It is so great. It's an awesome idea, and I loved it. I think it was perfect. But when I'm watching you playing it and explaining that it's gonna be a tempo shift in a DAW, I'm like, no, don't even bother. Don't even bother, because it has nothing to do with going to a certain spot of tempo. I think it just it slows down a lot. I mean, it's 1/6, right? 120 to 100 is 1/6 of the speed, but it doesn't mean anything.
Too much.
It means nothing. Steve, at any given point, like on a certain day, might slow it down a little bit less or a little bit more, but we know we need to slow it down. So we can do that project from A to Z in a DAW up until that point.
Yeah.
With the tempo track and all that, and then it becomes a live off the floor experience where we slow-mo, like we literally go slow-mo, and then we build it back up as fast as we need to. But I think the beauty of that, it's gonna be if it's live off the floor, that part. And you can do it off the DAW. You can do it off the click track. Keep all the same settings and all the mics and everything is fine. Okay, click is off. Yeah, phew, we're free. It's like we always used to record. We're going back to the old school just for the ending of that song. And we can speed it up or fuck around, but we won't go off tempo. Just come back naturally.
I think the actual tempo is 124, right, Steve? That's where it is now.
It's at 120, but you would put a version of 124. I heard the version of 124.
Yes, that's right. And you sped it up a little.
That's the original.
No, the original is much faster, Steve. The original,
where is it?
The original is way faster. No, the original new version.
Yeah.
The new version is 124. Yeah.
Right.
But the other question, Paul, for that, the idea to transition, instead of doing what do you think? Instead of doing the CGD, just jumping straight into the coda, CGDA. Because you're
tried to follow those chords a little bit. Honestly, I listened to it too quickly to be able to pay too much attention to the chords. Look, I got so much faith in your chords because you come up with amazing chords.
All I did was take that section where you sing before it goes into the ending.
Yeah.
In my head, I go, I still want to hear you sing, but you can sing over the other 4 chords, which are...
It's the same ones from before. You just put them in the end. Oh, okay.
Same chord.
Sure.
Oh, I cut out a section in my head. When you listen.
Plus, the way that you're playing those chords, it's in a different position with different attenuations.
Yeah.
So, yes. Take it.
Those inverted chords were no
I can't do them. They're yours, man. You got to play them. I mean, if I end up having the luxury of doing a 3rd or 4th rhythm guitar track on any song, I'll take it. But those are yours. you gotta do it.
But I'm telling you, when I fell on it, because that's become my shtick in the last couple of years. The inversions or no roots, doing them like that. It's like, fuck, does it change it just changes the feel. It changes the feel. So I don't want to use it everywhere, but it's like, oh yeah, there it works. It fucking works. Yeah, go for it, But
that makes our sound. I mean, half the shit that I'm going to do on bass, you're going to hear, oh, he did that on the other song. I remember that riff. He did it again here, and it's like, well, that's the Soulmasons sound. And Steve does a certain lick, when to intro things. It's recognizable. You hear it from everything. Doesn't matter who the band is. There's all these little, oh yeah, it sounds familiar. Oh, but then it goes somewhere else. So it's not a rip-off of yourself. It's just you sound like you.
What we do. Okay, so I gotta find the time to go in there. But yeah, I was working on Paul's Lament. You remember that?
Yeah. There's no lyrics, so there's no.
Sounds
if there are working lyrics, I don't know. Oh, Jim just sent the message.
Yeah.
Sorry, getting
thermometer. He won't be joining anytime.
Sounds nasty. Don't think I'll be joining anytime soon. All right. Well, I don't blame him. He's fucking barfing.
He's stuck in baby dung and barf.
Yeah, not envious of that.
That's got to be the fucking daycare. Christ all fucking mighty. You just pick up every disease known to man.
Don't you know it?
Oh.
I remember Skyler to the point he got pneumonia at one point when he was like 1 and 1.5. I remember that, giving him his antibiotics and everything. And I was like, I couldn't believe when I was holding him in my arms, he was like, he looked like he was like dead, like almost like he was so weak, and it was like scary, but at the same time, it was like I knew he was going to be okay. And that was like in the month of February, March. And I remember going to her dad's place. We watched Schindler's List that night. And I was holding him in my arms all night. And I gave antibiotics with her.
Yeah, really?
I gave him the antibiotics with her dad. And then we had apple crumble with cream as a dessert. And we were just like watching the movie. And then I went back home. I was like, I felt like I was close to them, but there was not that closeness. But he was sick, and that's all I give a shit about. I called her every freaking day. Is he okay? Is he okay? And he's getting there. He's getting there. He had all these cruts in his eyes coming in because when you have a pneumonia, all kinds of shit comes out. I remember that, and he got out of it, and I was like, thank God,
With Michael, we actually spent 2 or 3 days at the Children's with him because of bad bronchitis.
Ugh.
That was nasty, man.
And they have that big cough.
This is the daycares, man. This is the fucking daycares.
Yeah,
that's
but
the problem with daycare.
No, Michael didn't go to daycare. Michael, I'm sure, caught it from Connor. Because Connor catches fucking strep throat every year, you know.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's gotten better, but you know, I'm this year.
What about for you, Paul? When the girls were like, when they were little, were they going to daycare or something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So Cassidy, her thing was that she had the unfortunate pleasure of suffering from febrile seizures. So I don't know if you know what that is.
Of course.
Your body
No,
shakes
please
when you get
explain.
hot. So you have convulsions when you have a fever, right? So I remember walking up. Sam was born, but she wasn't in daycare. She was too small. So Cassidy was the only one in daycare, and we went to pick her up. I showed up, and there she was. She's on the floor in a back room with, like, you know, all the kids go, "Oh, you know what's going on?" I'm like, fuck. And it's normal. It's a normal thing. Like, it didn't look fucking normal to me, but you know, the only thing that's weird about that is that it's you have to learn that it's the body just responding. It's you know, it's your biology is doing what it needs to do. Don't worry. I got this. Mother Nature's in control.
Yeah, but you still have to be careful with those. They're still dangerous if they last too long or something like that.
If it happens after they're 4 years old, then it can be dangerous. But it dissipated. She's never had one since. But at the time, it's your baby, right? It's your fucking 4-year-old kid. You're like, what the fuck is happening? The ambulance guys come in. They go, don't worry, it's okay. It only lasted a minute. Trust me. If it's 15 minutes, then you can start talking to me. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Well, look, Connor had one last night. I went up to bed. Well, he has them. He has seizures. He doesn't have epilepsy. We've never found it. We did the test. It's not epilepsy. There's no.
But it's not fever related. It's not a.
No, but what we're starting to believe, because last night again, I go up and I smell. I go, let me go change him. Right? He pooped. So I take him out of his warm onesie, his blanket, blah, blah. So I bring him in the bathroom, take everything off, and he's standing there naked, right?
Right.
3 seizures now this month. It's the same thing. Out of the warm bed, either naked cleaning or in the shower, and he has one.
Really?
So temperature related. So I looked it up, and there's people, usually I'd say 75% it's the other way around, going from cold into hot.
Cold to hot.
Yeah, but there's people that have from hot to cold. So we're like starting to wonder, is it the shock, you know, the temperature to the body that causes the seizure? I mean, there's seizures that he has just sitting there, but the temperature changed. Like, fuck. And it was yesterday was, you know, knock on wood, it was lucky. I brought him back to bed, lie down, and then I just see his head go, you know, to the side, and he's staring at me. Oh, fuck, he's having it. It was about 40 seconds, 45 seconds about. And then I was like, Connor, you okay? Okay. And crashed. Gone.
Okay.
You know? But
isn't that the strangest fucking thing, eh?
You're terrified because I've seen him. I've had, you know, where he's actually hit the floor. Like it's. And following people on websites where they talk about it, that they have the sensation that it's coming.
Right.
People who have epilepsy, they know they're going to get a seizure.
Yeah.
They feel
the slurred speech and the disorientation, and they recognize it. And they tell you, I'm going to have a seizure.
No, he can't. On the floor. So that's the only issue with him is that he can't tell us. But I see himself, sometimes he'll brace, like we'll see that he sits or he goes, you know, so like he knows it. Even him, he knows it's coming.
You recognize the behavior, then he defensively reacts to it somehow.
Yeah. But like you said, you know, your kid's in a fucking corner doing this. You're like,
The first time, it's a freak out. Second time, you become the person that's calming everyone in the room, right? And the third time, you're taking charge. You're like, everyone clear off. Let him do this or whatever and protect the head. And you don't have to be an ambulance driver to know if it's happened more than 3 times, you know what to do. And that's, to me, that's the most calming thing is that after the first time, it's okay. You just have to get past that first one. That's why I remember the first time when I saw him. Like, it happened 3 or 4 times after. It was like, both Liz and I were like, yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. 5 minutes, we're not even calling 911. Don't worry about it.
Oh, and they're that fucking small. It's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's brand new. You're a noob, you know. But you're a fucking medical expert, man. You could write a novel. You could write a fucking novel.
Yeah, right.
Human being care 101. Let me tell you the story. Here's how it works. First,
Did I ever tell
Get
you
a bottle of Jack.
Did I ever tell you when Connor swallowed a lollipop stick?
Oh, come on. What did you do?
It wasn't me. It was my wife.
No. I mean, sorry. You fixed it. How did you?
I didn't fix nothing. What I had done, luckily, I had bought organic lollipops. Okay, organic lollipops. So the stick was plastic.
Steve's choking on a lollipop right now. Someone Heimlich him.
After what I heard him say, yeah.
It was paper. So what happened is he had it in his mouth. He was laughing. You know, sometimes when you laugh, you suck in air. My wife was going to go get it, and it went down. So she calls me in a panic. I go, wait. I call I email the company that made it. Is it fucking paper or is it fucking plastic? It's
right.
Paper. Guy's like, let me know what happens. I call the doctor. He's like, check to see if it passes. So guess what I did for the next day?
Watching the stool.
Exactly.
Holy fuck.
And it's paper, so it dissolved, you know? Oh, yeah. But Connor fucking swallows all kinds, so.
Yeah.
You know?
You guys are fucking bulletproof in my head, man. Every post that I see is just, I'm so thankful to be able to know you guys. Crazy.
You got to see. We're off topic, but since he went back to school, my wife for the last 2 months has been preparing an all about me book, which is an all about me. This is what you give to the teachers, the principals, and special needs, and it describes the child because he can't talk, he does. So she's been working on this for 2 months. I think it's a 15-page book with video with a fucking USB key.
Very cool.
She gave it to them. They want her to go and fucking do
talks,
workshops to show parents how to do it. Everybody's on her. Everybody's on her like,
absolutely,
oh my God,
man.
It's amazing. So now
she's
asking me, is it worth copywriting?
You're the expert. She's married to the fucking copyright expert.
I don't know. Man. It's not a literary work. It's a pamphlet. I don't know. You know?
Yeah, it is. It is a literary work. It's not a work. It's not a fiction. It's what prose? What's fiction and
exactly. What is it anyway? So, but
crap. My drama teacher would be punching me in the head right now.
Just to say that the teachers, the principal, everybody's fucking seen this thing in the school in 2 days. Yeah. Everybody's seen it. They're all every time we walk in. Oh my God, it's amazing. My wife's like, who are you again? I saw you on the video. Oh my God, your son. You know? So it's like
copyright. Okay, like for us, when there's only, it's 12 notes to choose from, right? There's not 80,000 chords, so.
But that has nothing to do with it.
No, but like our music could be. We could have a copyright infringement by mistake because there's so few root chords that can be misinterpreted maybe as a ripoff, whereas literary works of written word, to plagiarize that and the video that goes along with it, it's multimedia work. She automatically, as soon as she's 7 or 8 words into her monologue on text, on PDF or whatever, you have to really copy every single one of those words exactly to have it be an infringement of her copyright. Yes, she wrote it, she owns it, but like you literally have to copy it from her webpage and post it somewhere else and say it's yours.
Yeah, no, but what they're starting to talk about is the actual form, the way it's organized. Not just
that I don't know.
Why? I don't know either. I have to go research this shit too now. Like I don't have enough to fucking look up.
Like the whole thing from A to Z to me is a work, right? It's a if she creates many, it's an omnibus or a series or whatever.
But it's not a
different chapters of something. But the copyright is about, like, first of all, the topic and the how many sessions she's talking about. So if she does 5 episodes of it, or if it's all in one big book.
Exactly.
This is me. This is my story. Version 1, call it version 1, and then it can be version 2, an updated edition of it. That's fucking great, man. And I don't know how her confidence level is to get up in front of people, but she seems very confident and able to overcome that if the need is right.
She's gotten real good with that. In the old days, no, but with everything that she's gone through with Connor, she's a
But that's the thing, is that it's about something that she's not only passionate about. It's your lives, you guys, right? I mean, that's a worthwhile thing, man. Publish that shit.
No, because you know what it is? It's because she finally feels like she got some recognition. You know, she's got people who've been in the field for 20 years, 15 years, coming and tell her, I'm going to use your technique. I'm stealing this from you. I'm doing this the way you did. You know, she's like, you know, she feels, you know, so it's pretty cool.
That's a website. That's a fucking Facebook page. That's you know my shtick.
Yeah.
That's worth it. It's worth it. And I think what we're doing is fucking important because people need to hear what we do because it helps them sort through their stuff. So imagine what that could do for anyone that's living with the same kind of scenario. Absolutely, man. It's a must. It's a must. Shame on her for not publishing it. Shame on her.
I guess that's going to be on me, but anyway.
You know what? Hey, listen. You have all the crosses you guys bear. One extra one ain't going to kill you.
Here. And on that note, let me get a drink.
That sounds like a great idea.
So, not only do I have 6 or 7 songs I could go post, I got one. It's an old one. But it's
is this one of the things you posted on Facebook already, or is it
No, I never posted it. There's fucking, I don't know, probably about 40 songs still fucking hiding under the rock.
I gotta ask you, Vance, are you taking stuff from what was originally going to be your old material and sort of migrating it to Soulmasons?
Of course.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But not all of it. I haven't thrown the heavy stuff at you.
Okay.
I haven't thrown the real heavy shit at you guys. Maybe an album, you know, it's like the Night Year Bishop. Every album has one heavy song, you know?
Right. All on good time.
But was it written? Some of it predates. There's a couple of songs that actually predate the Soulmasons.
Cool. Even better.
I worked them and redone them, but the idea was there. You know, like I fell on it the other day. Oh yeah, I remember this. Well, there's some that have been written in the last 6 months.
Right.
You know? There's some that were just like an idea, and now it's like, okay, I hear him, I hear you, this guy, I hear this guy, I can keep going. But you know me, I get 5 seconds sitting down. Oh, okay, where am I going? Where am I going? You know, like
that's why I love the green room. When I don't always get a chance to watch it right away, but I see that you post something, I'm like, all right.
Oh,
I'll get to it later.
What do you think of because Steve wants to go for it, that ending that I came up with for Bridges?
Yeah, I already added it to the lyric sheet.
No. You got to go back to the green room. I think it's in the green room.
Yeah.
On electric guitar, on the red Strat.
Yeah. Is it very old, or it's fairly recent, no?
Last week, I believe. Right, Steve? Last week.
Let me check it out. Bridges, version 2. Come on, Thibault. So, what
we talked about, you came up with the idea.
I changed the lyric. You said flying. I said, hold on. Because the beginning is running. So, through my dreams, gliding. Outro, E, F, climb, whatever, you're doing your thing, blah, 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 fucking weirdo chords, and then you come back down, and then you go, whatever the outro is, I just sort of wrote it as Enzo's outro.
Okay, but you...
Gliding.
Okay.
Gliding, whatever. Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so you want me to try and sneak it in there, okay.
It's not a sneak in, it's done. You already nailed it, man.
Yeah, but the actual part has to be put on. You did it already.
No, I didn't record shit. I didn't record shit.
But Steve.
Yeah.
Okay, you're
yes. I'm almost asleep, but tell me.
We're talking about bridges. The ending that you wanted me to do. What you had written to me was just do those that climb part, not the ending there that I was doing those 3 chords.
Yeah, after the ta-ta-ta, little roll at the end. Continue that, and I'll keep on going with that.
Because what I heard was I could do it either 2 times or 4, and then just let it sit back like on the way it starts.
Well, you guys discussed, you and Paul discussed about it being a different song afterwards. It was a different song afterwards, but at the end, just that 1 or 2 bars to end it as bridges as it is.
Okay, the thing is to look. I mean, I got to help you guys out here because I mean, right now we're down 1 guy because we know that Jim is coming around, right? He's coming around with his technology and the DAW and all that stuff, and he's
fuck him.
No, but we need. Look, he has the potential to single-handedly fucking change every single thing that we've done. As soon as he's in to this system, it's not just about the Saturday chat, right? We've all gotten to technology-wise. I mean, Steve, the biggest of them all. I'm sorry, but drum set and 8 tracking, fucking nice. But, you know, your fault in the first place, Ends, for fucking us all up anyway. We were all doing fine until you came along, and your fucking Soulmasons are back.
I'm fine. I'm okay.
Call this. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me just see if I can squeeze 3 extra days into my week. No problem. Sorry. But now, Jim, he's not a fucking pushover. You know that. He's old and crusty now. He's got opinions, and he's a bitter old man. So he's going to fucking change shit. He's going to say, hold on, guys. Bridges, no. We're doing this. Okay. And then Enzo's going to go over and beat him up. But once he's there, it's going to be 4 of us on board. Right now, I've taken a step back. I'm just trying to say, basically, long-winded version that I'm not really there. I've been pumping out guide tracks and bass tracks and vocal tracks and a lot of stuff for a while, and then it disappeared. And I'm going to come back, eventually. It's going to be easier, I think, than when there's 3 out of us on board back again. Right now, it's the 2 of you. You're holding the weight. You're pulling the whole fucking load on your own. And it's not fair. You need, to have some backup. So I'm getting that. In the meantime, I'm chronicling everything. I got my little fucking, data pad. It's working. So I know what work needs to be done. And I see it not as an overwhelming amount of work, just as, we got fucking 25 songs to work on. And none of them are complete, including the old and the new. So, an ending here or whatever. I'll jump in soon enough.
I got one that's complete, unless you track. Well, you could always trash the lyrics, but. Well, no, there's 2 that. Whoa, wait a minute. There's 2 that are complete.
Yeah. Which ones?
The Vibe.
Which I have yet to really look at. Yeah, because I didn't track on the Vibe yet. I didn't track anything yet.
I know. Steve needs you to play on it because apparently my bass playing sucks.
Okay, so it's not complete.
I tried to slice through it.
What's the other one that's complete?
It's on the green room. What the fuck is it called?
I got the list. Hold on.
What?
Let me ramble through it.
It's one of the first ones I posted when I started posting originals.
So we got Nevermind.
Oh, Steve's working on the lyrics.
Yes.
For You / Wicked Ways. Is that one?
Wicked Ways is there? Oh, those are the lyrics I sent you.
Well, it's For You.
Wicked Ways.
Yeah. You called it For You, though. I don't know. That's the medieval novel you wanted to write.
No. For You, yeah. There's no one here. Nothing left for you, no one here but me. Yeah, it's a hard rock one. I don't believe I sent you the lyrics. Anyway, next.
Yeah, it says, you sing the praises of another man deep in your heart.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I don't remember what your name is anyhow.
Yeah.
Whoops. All right, so JGM, what the fuck that is?
That's a cool one. I'm working on it. I'm going to post it soon.
Okay, the one?
The one? That's the AC/DC one.
You never loved me, but I have to know. What were you thinking when you put me down?
Yeah.
The Vibe, Lost Child. That's the one. All right. She gets up early in the morning, hardly a glance at the mirror. Doesn't know if she likes what she sees. So she picks up her things and goes. I love shit that doesn't rhyme. That's my favorite kind of fucking lyric. Like a lost child with nowhere to go. Like a lost child alone in the dark. Like a lost child with
this one. When you go back, it's at the beginning of the whole fucking timeline on the green room.
Yeah.
It's the one that has all those weird chord voicings. You're going to remember when you hear it. You're going to, oh, yeah, I sing on it. Right. I actually sang on it.
Yeah.
It's a weird one. Very weird.
Like us. Perfect.
So that one, that one's cool. But it's funny. I sent you that song. I can't believe I sent you that one. Anyway, the lyrics are cool.
Wait, there's more. Fallen?
Fallen is the one about Connor. You know about that one. I got to track that one actually.
The thing I like about this one is that you wrote down all of the different chord changes for the heavy verse, the chorus, the drum, bass, staccato verse. Like you made notes. Like you did composer notes, which is great. There's colors.
Yeah.
Feeling sorry for myself, point a finger at the ones around me. You know this?
That's the weird one that's almost Floydish. It's also on the green room.
Okay. Little stupid anecdote about this. Colors, you spelled it COLORS.
Because I don't know how to spell.
No, you do. But I spell UK, English. COLOURS.
Yeah.
Because I'm a advocate of Lord of the Rings. That's all I'm saying. All right. Asylum. Locked away on the inside. And Autumn Sun. And then after that, we get into the old stuff. Oh, there's Sunday Morning Muse, which we should never forget because that's an important one.
Yeah, but there's no lyrics.
It's just instrumental. So that's an important thing is that makes the list because it's got a structure that's more than just a open D, you know, right? That's why I'm telling you, when Jim comes around, it's gonna be different, man. With 4 of us in the technology bar, it's gonna be crazy.
The one
different.
I sent you the lyrics for Jean-Guy Montreux.
Is that what JGM stands for?
Yeah.
Okay, there's not much lyrics. There's 2 verses.
Yeah.
Don't ever say that you love me because there's nothing in your face.
Yeah.
Well, I've been kicked around before, but never quite like this.
That's it. That's all it has. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's a blues rocker, believe it or not.
Cool, man. You know what? I love that shit. I like taking a very heavy topic and making it into a California beach song. You know, like that's fun. That's what it
fun. Is. It's all sevenths, Paul. It's all sevenths. It's a riff and sevenths. It's hilarious.
All right. I'm looking forward to it, man. Well, look, what I'm looking forward to is being able to get back in the game a little bit better for our own benefit. And those, like the November meet and these consequential June, I guess that's 6 months away, right? June and November. Those meetings, I won't say November I'll be set up, but June, the following one, it could be in the West. And then the November one can be wherever the fuck you guys want. We don't have to rent the fucking chalet for that.
Oh.
You know, there's no need to have an expense of...
Just go over to the shop, man, that's all.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I mean, the shop is you know, if it's where you're still set up, Steve, then, like, why not?
I'm still set up there all the time.
You spend a day there. Spend a whole fucking Saturday, you know? And then you Sunday morning to clean up all the fucking beer bottles and kick out the singer off your couch. So.
On a side note, just to tell you how mental I am sometimes. That song, Jean-Guy Montreux, the main riff is a Soulmason riff from the old days. It used to be on the board.
Cool. Okay?
The riff used to be on the board. The rest of the song is actually even older. It's a jam that me, Jim, and Steve did. Where, Steve, if you remember, Jim was on Wawa and we had this metal riff going. I ripped it off from that. And then there's parts that I wrote today, like the last 3 years. It's like,
wow. That song's been around the world, man.
And it all works, and it's hilarious. Yeah. There's one that I was working on this week. I can't wait to put it up there, Paul. I think you're going to love it. It's one of these weirdo... Fuck. One of those.
Perfect. Yeah. Right up my alley.
Son of a bitch. I have to think before I put my fingers down. You know?
And
I'm working on...
are fucking crazy, by the way. Your chords are crazy. It's cool. It's cool. No, I'm a huge fan. I love the way you write music. I've always been a fan of your chord writing. Crazy fucking concoctions. It's crazy.
That's what you got to do when you get back on the horse. Don't forget your version of learning to see. That's what you're supposed to do. When you cut back on the horse, that's the first thing, right?
So the one that I did as Thibaut, and Steve, you played it a couple of times with me.
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know if it was the same version both times, but I think I may have done I fucked around with the chords on that end. I fucked around a lot. And not to change it, but because I wanted to reimagine it. And so I think back then, this is fucking 15 years ago, I guess. I was going through the process back then for that one song that you and I and Steve and Jim are all going through right now for every song.
Yeah.
But I was doing it by myself, so I wasn't thinking about how are the guys going to play on it. I'm just like, oh, whatever. I'm going to just fucking do something with it. And of course, the credit was always going to be there. But what's the copyright term? Like arranged by Thibaut, you know? Written by Soulmasons, arranged by Thibaut. Because it's so different, but it's still there. It's still there. So now that we're like blood brothers again, I kind of want to listen to it. I haven't listened to it in fucking 8 years at least. Wow. And think of like, oh, wait a second. No, this, okay. To sort of, it's going to be like, it will have gone one notch. It'll go a second notch. And I'll do a green room video. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm dying to hear what you think, because when I did it the first time, I remember the change that I made for, I don't know, it was the bridge or the second chorus or whatever. I'm like, oh, Enzo would like this. Enzo would fucking, he would, yeah. I think what you're going to think. I'm anxious to hear your feedback. Honest feedback. Can't wait to hear what you think about it. Because it's a different chord change. It's a different chord structure. It hadn't existed before. It's not a rehash of old stuff. It's brand new. And it's very short. It's a tiny little segue. And it's, to me, I loved it. It made the song, it re-energized the song for me, which is exactly what we're doing now, you know? Like, it's the same fucking thing. Like, yeah, finally, comes full circle, man.
You know what I find myself doing sometimes? I laugh. Because I have the tendency to always want to put in a so-and-so middle eight, a bridge or whatever, and I want to pull myself back and go, don't do it again. I'm always trying to write a different key, a different something. Stop, and I fight with that all the time because I want to add in something different. Yeah. You know?
But that's a good problem to have. Changing it up is not a bad thing. You know?
No, but then again, there's always sometimes Kiss.
Right.
You know, sometimes it works.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you in the toilet again, Steve?
No, I'm in my bedroom. I was in the
that's the
toilet,
beauty. You're asleep, Steve. You
but
gotta go to bed.
I'm ready to go to bed right now.
Go to bed. Go to bed.
You guys can stay up and keep on discussing this stuff.
Go too, because I put Connor to
I'm
bed.
going through songs tomorrow to record.
What are you gonna go do?
I'll see when I'll see when I get there.
Okay,
He's gonna pick it. It's a bingo ball now. He just picks out.
Breathless or the vibe.
Whatever I like.
That's the
I'll
way
go
to
through
do it.
Breathless.
Breathless
All right,
or the
dude.
vibe. Or even Here and Now is there. Don't forget. Here and
I
Now
know.
is because if when I post the Sagittarian, you're gonna be fucked for 2 days.
Me. Oh,
Good night, Steve. Good night. Go, Betty Bye.
One of those.
All right, guys. Keep
buddy.
discussing what you're discussing.
We're
I'm
not
out.
gonna go long. Trust me. I got a feeling I'll be up at 5 tomorrow. I put Connor to bed at 8. So
It's only because I was up at 5 this morning, and then went off to open the doors over there and get the work done that we had to get work done, and that's what it's just a long day. You don't even lie down for like 5 minutes to nap. You just go.
you guys open Monday?
No,
Good.
I'm working for 2 days in the studio.
Attaboy. Good
New
man.
projects. Every one of them. New projects. Import from zero time. Drop it back into the existing project. Don't forget. Call one of us if you're not sure.
I already did that.
Call
tonight.
Enzo.
I already did that tonight.
Good.
Don't
Excellent.
complain about the bass drum.
Don't give a shit. Don't worry about that. It's your
The
mix.
timing is all set for you guys. Listen to the original that I put out tonight, and listen to the drums. First, let's just get yourself soaked into the version altogether, and listen to the song and go like, okay, so now I need to do this. So Paul, tomorrow, if you happen to listen, you got a slap of the bass on the rhythm, which is the canvas for everything.
No.
And once that's done, you guys
I
have
feel
a
you, bro.
fucking blast after that one. You understand that?
I'm looking forward to it.
I'll check it out.
You understand that? That's all I gotta say.
You go to bed. We're not going to be
I'm
on my
going to
phone.
bed.
Go Dodo. Go Dodo, Steve.
All right, buddy.
Cheers, buddy.
Jesus.
This one is that guy. Whatever. All right, buddies. Take it easy. Gotta go to bed, man.
Good night,
I'm fucking
Stevie.
tired. Take it easy.
Bye,
Ciao,
buddy.
ciao.
Oh,
Dodo.
fucking the rum sits at the bottom, for fuck's sake.
Oh, you got a leftover fucking 8 ounces in the bottom. Yikes.
Oh.
No, not good.
Well, when I went there, I freaked because he literally had all like 10 projects as one track.
Oh my god.
What are you doing, Steve? Oh, this is easier for me. Yeah, but that's why this doesn't work for us.
Right.
Then
Yeah.
I go zero time doesn't exist anymore. So he was literally highlighting and mixing down.
Well, it's a good thing you went, man. You had to see that. You had to no, okay. Project 2.
No, I know.
That's the thing. If you've never done it, like you don't. I mean, that's like working on tape. That's basically what it is. He's working on tape.
Exactly.
That's what he's used to. That's what he's used to.
For him, it was simpler for the reasons he gave me. I go, yeah, but what you're taking away from me and Paul, we want to go change. Like now, he did Autumn Sun. You hear my guitar is off. I can't take it out, Steve. Why? I can't take it out. It's locked in. I go, I can't do another one on top of it. It sucks.
And he's inserting tracks like at fucking 12 minutes and 20 minutes and 15 minutes. Oh, God.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, template tracks, right? You can create a template track for my Debo acoustic shit. I got the mic and the guitar. I got a template track. And just save it as whatever. And then I plug. It's instant. The same EQ, the same. It sounds like crap on my headphones, but I know the final product is perfect.
Exactly.
He can do that because he wants to save his mic setup, his EQ or whatever, his gains. Okay, template, save as. But if you've never done it, yeah.
But I think it was, for him, it was just like because he didn't realize that we wanted to go back and re-record stuff on these things.
Yeah.
But for me, it's I got to hear it. I want to hear this fucking stupid chord in here. I want to record it and see what it sounds like. You know?
Right.
I just don't want to play with it. Fuck playing with it. I want to hear it.
But I mean, you know, this I go back to it a lot. But I mean, none of us were online. I mean, we didn't even have. All of us didn't have Facebook. You know, 6 months ago. Now we're all on Facebook. We're all on Instagram, and we're almost all on Cakewalk. And the end result for Steve right now is to go to BandLab, but that's not the end result. That's a temporary offshoot. The end result is to go to Enzo. You know,
well, you know what?
Mix. And then as an offshoot, you export just as a side note to BandLab, just so that we can hear it. That's it.
But you and me, we're going to have much more fun with this because it's going to be two ways. Huh? The mixing is going to be two ways because I like the way. Listen, out of here.
Okay, but I'm learning. I don't. What the only mix experience that I have is very basic dry stuff. When I used to work ages ago in my buddy's studio, my old drummer's studio.
Yeah.
And that taught me a lot about 24-track recording to get the gains input. So you have your hot signals and your weak signals. And then afterwards, the mix, to me, it was never about mastering and EQing. Like zero expertise there. It was all about getting everything in sync into one. Done. We're done. Like fucking. I was literally a recording, not even an engineer, but just like a studio bitch. You know, like plug in wires and get all the gains in so that the raw sound was there. And I'm good at that. But mixing experience, and that's where now I'm learning upstairs here in my control room. I'm just learning how to mix my vocal, like for the first time in ages, how to mix a vocal, or not mix, EQ a vocal.
Yeah, that's the key. That's the key.
And I have a tendency to overcompensate. I fucking autocorrect, like before I've even recorded. I'm like, fuck. And I've been watching YouTube videos, like a lot, crazy at night. I spent 3 hours in bed. Watching fucking master engineers in England and all that shit. And then, here's what you don't do. I'm like, oh, crap. I've been doing that my whole life. So I'm learning. I'm brand new. I'm a virgin when it comes to this, but I'm getting good.
No, because
I can't wait to send you stuff and say, what do you think, Enz?
Yeah, definitely. You know where the two of us are going to be total noobs is going to mastering. I don't know shit about mastering with the I know. Yeah. When we get there, that's
walls and, yeah, it's going to be fun. But you and I think we have we love talking about this shit. We're a couple of fucking audio geeks. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a blast. Like to share shit and say, okay, all right. Here's a track. It's mixed because you have volume knowledge, you get that automation and all that stuff. Go ahead, but to take the final stereo and then fuck with it and just see, it's personal. It's very personal EQing and mixing. It's two different guys, perfect pros. You know, like 50 years experience. We'll do it completely different ways, and it'll sound good.
Yeah.
So,
or then we'll have to flip the coin. But you know what?
No. I all I have to do is to keep you on your toes by saying, "What do you think of this?" Oh,
yeah.
I hate it, but thanks. Maybe for another song, I'll try it.
No, but you don't want to get stagnant, right? You don't want to get stagnant because I know what I do, but I don't want to make everything what I do because you want it to be a little bit different here and there. You know, I hear this.
But what we're all of us doing for these old songs by completely redoing them, I think you've been dying to do that as an audio engineer for new stuff as well. Like, I mean, you didn't sit on your laurels and stick to the old school. You've been learning too. You've been trying different things. You've got 700 fucking plugins. I'm sure you tried a few. You know what I mean?
No, wait. What did I try? I'll never try anything for a guitar. You know that. You know, I'll always go. I'm against that. Yeah. I tried it on bass. I tried it on acoustic guitar. I tried it on your voice. I tried it on drums. I tried, little things. But remember, when I got it, it was solely for the purpose of mixing. I wasn't recreating. So I didn't. I don't have time to go figure this out. When I get to doing my stuff, back then in my head it was still my stuff. I'll figure it out.
Right.
So now we've fallen into it, and I'm like, and I see you do this, motherfucker. He's fast. Jesus Christ! I don't even know where am I going? Because that's my issue. Is I hate. You know me. I just want to put my fucking hands on it.
Yeah.
I want to feel it under my. I still have that. Where the fucking faders.
But if you had Pro Tools and
yes.
and a fucking 60, 70, 80 track automated board, like, well, you would learn how to run that sucker. So you're dealing with what you got, and that's what I'm doing. I got no fucking preamps except my PV head. None. And my best guitar amp is bust, doesn't work. I got 8 guitars, only one works. And thank goodness, I'm 48. I got a 40-year-old birthday present, an acoustic Taylor. And thank goodness it still stays in tune. So, you make do with what you got. And then time goes by. Like already, I have one microphone. Fuck, I have one. It's a 58. It's not even a 57. Anyway, not crying. I'm just saying, like, you can do pretty much anything you want.
Exactly.
With this fucking low budget shit, man. That's what they're all saying. All these pros I'm listening to on YouTube, they're all saying the same thing. Like, you could do anything now. You could go get yourself Steinberg shit, crap, kit, $150. Boom. Then you're suddenly a home recording studio.
Exactly. You want to laugh with the Taylor? The Taylor's made me lazy. Because now I just fucking plug in instead of let me get the mic and let me get the right sound.
Yeah. Every week, I get it. I'm plugged in, man. You're right.
It's bad though because the Taylors, they sound so fucking awesome. So
yeah,
I remember the one redo I did was actually on Learning to See, and I had done it with the Taylor mic, and it sounded so fucking good. And I had taken the time to, I didn't write nothing down. I mean, whatever, next one, whatever,
Right.
Because it's never the same. It sounds good plugged in, but it's not like miking it.
No. Night and day. Fuck. But look, you're an audiophile. I mean, when it comes time to do the track for anything. And now, I mean, it's not an ADAT that has to go back next week. It's like you got your system for life. Exactly. Every little piece of gear that you add, that fucking platinum plated wire and the DI and everything, it's like you keep it forever. So it's going to be fun. I can't wait. I'm telling you, man, the new place, wherever it is, whenever it happens, it could be a month, it could be a year. It's going to be fucking amazing, man. I cannot wait. But I mean, it's not my sole reason for existence, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close.
Little piece of candy.
Yeah, totally.
A little piece of candy. A day at a time thing, man. A day at a time.
I'm lucky. I'm very thankful. Soulmasons have been a huge soul lift for me. It's great. I'm really, really lucky guy. That's for sure. And on that note, on va se coucher là.
Sure.
And I'll be more present on social media. I'm gonna.
Don't worry about it.
No, but I have to catch up with my old shit and decide how it's sort of like I have a schedule now that is, I call it the transition schedule because I can't do all the things that I need to do for my channels. So I realize if I don't sell this place for a year, what am I going to do? Not do social media for a year? That's fucking stupid. Basically starting from scratch if I wait. So I have a transition schedule, and I'm like, don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't be an idiot. Just fucking do whatever you can. Be realistic. So I've made a realistic schedule of how to post, and so that's why I do all my other channels. And okay, all right, that works. I might not be cooking on it every fucking week, but I'll certainly, put a picture. You can do a picture, Netflix fucking review, whatever, all that shit like that. Yeah, it's totally within the scope of reason. You, it's in the truck. Me, it's when I'm in bed for 4 hours, you know, ding, ding, on the iPad. Post.
There you go.
Post. Okay.
But
Anyway,
yeah,
thank you, Enzo, for all your hard work. I appreciate everything you do, bro. You're a good man. Assez sûr.
go to sleep. I'll
Good night,
bust your chops sometime tomorrow.
Good. I look
All
forward
right.
to it.
Ciao.
Ciao, man. Thanks.